show. Can you take your seats if you have a seat? Because when we have people coming in, your seats will be gone if you're not sitting in them. Are you ready for a show? Don't seem enthused at all. All right, so the deal is, I've done a number of these shows. I am John's father, if you don't know. And from what I understand, Joe and Mark heard most of my jokes. Because they've been saying, is your dad going to do that joke again? Is your dad going to do... So I'm not going to do many of my old jokes, Mark and Joe.
Thank you.
But we're in for a real treat. We got a great show. I got a great bunch of comics. I'll do some time, because I know you want to hear some of this stuff. You've never seen me before, right? Yes. No, I'm not talking to you. I'm looking at you, but I'm talking to the lady over there. I wasn't really talking to you. But we're in for a real treat. Our first comic tonight... Oh, geez, I got to remember I say his name right, because I always screw it up.
Braden.
Okay, our first comic tonight, I am hosting a talent show at my daughter's grammar school. At my daughter's grammar school. That really wasn't a woo, but thank you. She's like, woo! You must be a teacher. No, you just like talent shows. Okay, so I'm hosting this talent show, and it's all singers, well, mostly dancers, a few singers, a girl playing the piano and the clarinet, and this kid comes up and says, I want to do stand-up comedy. So I'm like, yeah, now we're talking. So I said, how would you like to practice at a real comedy show? So how would you like to hear 2.5 minutes of my friend Brandon doing some comedy? What do you think? Come on up, where is he? There he is, all right. Fun. This is his first live performance.
Oh, and I appreciate you getting my name right this time. So my name is Braden Mayer, as you just heard, and I'd like to be telling some jokes tonight. But before I do, I have requests from everybody in the audience. My parents say that sometimes I'm overly sensitive, so if you could just clap and laugh even though the joke may not be funny at all. So I'd like to poke fun at my mom tonight a little bit, because she revoked my video game privileges. I'm looking at you, thanks a ton. So my mom's always getting on me about eating healthy. You are what you eat, you are what you eat, she says. Well, I guess what she's implying, if you eat junk food, you're like junk. But does that mean if you eat beef jerky, you're a jerk? I just realized something. My sister eats Sour Patch Kids every single day. Alright, now I'm having an identity crisis. If I ate cheese a couple days ago, am I American or Swiss? Thank you, thank you. Alright, so 2 days ago I was at the post office with my mom and I saw the strangest thing. There was a dog by itself up at the front counter. So I was able to sneak a peek at the letter it wanted to send, and it said bark, bark, rough, rough, bark, rough, bark, bark, rough. So the guy at the front desk read the letter over and said to the dog, that was only 9 words. You can add another bark or rough for the same price. The dog said, well, then my message wouldn't make any sense. And I don't say that to any crowd. You're actually the first. So I've not said it to a lot of people. So, 2 weeks ago, I was pretty sick, so I had to go to the doctor's office, or as I like to call it, the lair of Satan's little helpers. So while I was waiting for the doctor to come in the room, I overheard a conversation going on in the room across from me. So the doctor who was in the room was talking about the guy who just came back in for a follow-up exam. He said, I have bad news and worse news. The bad news is you only have 24 hours to live. So the guy says, what could be any worse than that? He replies, well, I've been trying to get a hold of you since yesterday.